The Stanley Cup has its own accessories. Who even knew? How cool is that? Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And as you saw, we are looking at 3 different accessories for our Stanley Cup. So when I was looking through Amazon, I had a few different expectations. 1, it had to have great customer reviews. And 2, it had to be affordable because we already spent so much money on our Stanley Cup. So all of these things are under 10 bucks each. You know what? Enough talk, let's get right into this review. The first must-have item we're going to look at is the Stanley Silicone Spill Leak Stopper set of 4. Of course, you actually get double this for $7. This set, of course, comes with a base that you can slip your Stanley Cup into to make it extra grippy. Then, of course, we have a straw cover. Why didn't the original Stanley come with a straw cover? This part right here goes on the bottom of your lid to help stop leaks. And then, of course, there's this square leak stopper that goes in the spout of the Stanley. We are, of course, going to show you why we need this leak stopper set. This is full of water, but check this out. It just pours right out of the straw and out of the cup. First thing we're going to look at is that silicone base. Of course, they do have one of these for the 30 and the 40 ounce, but check that out. It fits snugly. The first thing we actually want to insert is the stopper right here into the spout. Realistically, the spot that has an indentation goes towards the bottom, and you just fit it into place. That's what it looks like. It actually should be known that you're not supposed to spin the top now once this is on. This is your new connection for the straw, because if I start to spin this, it's just going to peel it right open. Of course, it does fit our straw really snug. Another weak point for leaks is right here. So it comes with this neat little stopper. We just slide it on over top, and guess what? It fits perfectly. Of course, the last part is the straw topper, which I never understood why Stanley didn't include one anyway, but let's slide this on, close it up. Let's assemble the whole cup and see if it leaks. Now for the moment of truth. Wow, that's awesome. And just to show you that it does have liquid, check that out. Our first Stanley accessory gets a great big thumbs up. It did a great job making sure this was completely spill proof. Check this out. If you have a generic Stanley, just like my everyday hot and cold tumbler, this first silicone set fits it just as great as it did on the Stanley itself. So, tell me, what are your thoughts of that silicone stop leak set? You think you need one? Not so much. In my opinion, it's an absolute must-have, especially if you knock your Stanley Cup over. Our second Stanley accessory are none other than these straw covers. Yes, I know our other one had a straw cover, but don't these ones look extra sweet? You get 4 of them for $7. Let's open this up and try one out. These are also made of silicone, and they, of course, can be used on the 30 or 40 ounce Stanley. You know what I noticed though? This does not seem to hold tight. Maybe it's just blocking for things being dropped down, but does not hold nearly as tight as the other silicone cap. But doesn't that look cool? I will say I just dumped the cup over and it was not watertight. It did leak out, of course. But I will say it's nice to have a straw cover just in case you didn't have one already. Not to mention, I appreciate having 3 other options. That way I can alternate from day to day. My question is though, which one is your favorite? What would you choose? Would it be the paw print, the cloud, the strawberry, or the rainbow? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you have a generic Stanley and want to know if these toppers fit, check it out. They sure do. The final Stanley Cup accessory we're going to look at here is actually the Stanley Cup snack bowl. They make this for the 30 ounce or the 40 ounce. They're both $9. And check that out. It makes a whole lot of sense. But this is cool. It actually comes with its own stopper as well. The snack bowl is made of silicone. It is flexible, and there's even a cutout right here for the handle. I think it's pretty cool because you have 4 very large compartments, but let's see how the fit is with our cup. I'm going to line up this opening with the handle and just slide it over top. Once we're in place, we just push it down. Check that out. But you know what? We can't test this out without actually putting some snacks in it. I should have said that this, of course, is dishwasher or hand wash safe. I did just wash it. One thing that's a little frustrating about it is because of the silicone material, when I was using the towel to dry it, some fuzz got stuck onto the silicone, so I had to go back and sort of re-clean that stuff off, so just expect that. If we talk about measurements, one side to the other is right around 7.5 inches, and of course it is a circle, so it's the same on either side. Each of these little compartments, the maximum depth is about 1.5 inches deep, and of course it slopes up because of the bowl shape. I did fill each of these compartments up with water, and I got exactly a half a cup of liquid in each compartment. Isn't that pretty cool? We have 4 different snacks. I can still pick this up and carry it around, and it's pretty stable. I think that's awesome. Not to mention, I still have access to my straw, so when I'm eating my snacks, I can take a quick drink. My favorite part, when all is said and done, I'm done with my snacks, I just pop it off, dump out the crumbs, and throw this in the dishwasher. You guessed it, the bowl fit on top of our generic Stanley. That is too cool. In this video, we are taking a look at accessories for the Stanley Cup. So what do we think of it? First things first, let's talk about that price point. The most expensive item is under $8. In my opinion, these are all absolutely awesome. First one we're going to talk about is that silicone stop leak set. For me, it's very frustrating when I knock over my Stanley Cup and it just leaks out, where this stop set legitimately stops any liquid from coming out. It is awesome, and like I said before, a must-have. The straw caps are pretty cool, and if I didn't get anything else and I was just getting that one, yeah, it's okay. But if you're getting either the bowl or the stop leak set, I would sort of forego these. But if you're just looking for some stoppers, they're pretty decent. Just know that they do not stop the liquid from coming out of your straw if you tip your cup upside down. Of course, the last one is the snack bowl, and I thought this thing is genius. I can hold 2 cups of snacks on top of my Stanley Cup and still have access to drink when I'm thirsty. I absolutely love it. I do kind of wish it was made out of a little different material, just because when I wash and then dry it, it does pick up some of the lint from the towel, but it's actually okay when you wipe it off. Not to mention, it's pretty convenient. We've come to the part of the video where I will tell you which one I would pick if I can only pick one. Of course, that would be the silicone stop leak set, because, well, it's inevitable. You knock your Stanley over and it leaks everywhere, and this does prevent it. That being said, if I ranked it 1, 2, and 3, of course, you know this is going to be number 1. Then I would go with the bowl, because how cool is that? Of course, there are these toppers. However, I would love to hear from you. What is your order of preference? Which one do you like best compared to not so much? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. If any of these are something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. This part of the video is for those of you that stayed around long enough to see it, but check out this upcoming review. It's called Grip Stick, and I just sealed that bag nice and tight. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review, where I talked about 3 different Stanley Cup accessories under 10 bucks. You know what? In this review, I actually showed you my everyday hot and cold tumbler. Did you know I actually compared the Stanley Cup to that everyday hot and cold tumbler? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that review video right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm gonna join you right here. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.